And here we are. Soon. Live. Okay, cool. So, let's just do that. I'm trying to see if I can, like, pop out. Ah, there we are. Pop out chat. I'm going to throw the chat right up in here. Hopefully this won't be too laggy. Maybe. Okay. I closed down like everything else on my computer. I think we're good. Cool. Okay. We're just gonna scoot that over. Maybe like there. Whoa. Hold on. Just takes a minute. Okay. So, welcome to a magic stream. If you've never seen Magic before and you're like, what the heck is this? Why am I here? This is Magic the Gathering. It's a trading card game. And we're here to have some fun on the 4th of July. This is a stream I just was like, okay, cool, it's a holiday, let's do this. If you don't know, it is 4th of July, which is the American Independence Day. And if you already know that, and you're like, why is this dude still talking about it? Let's move on. So I'm doing a special stream today for Independence Day. And this stream will consist of not one, but 2 decks being played. And they are both Jeskai decks. Jeskai is a term for the colors of blue, red, and white. Red, white, and blue. So, the American colors. And those colors in a deck have already been either made fun of or congratulated, depending on how you looked at it, as being the American colors. So, I'm going to play in 2 formats today, in 2 decks, one in each format. Now, this is probably just going to be a couple hour long stream. I was thinking I'm going to play 5 matches with these decks. 5 matches each. That's probably not going to happen, because I don't really want to do this for more than a couple hours, probably. So, I'll just time it out about an hour each. And, you're gonna slide on it. Sure, that's fine. And I'm gonna do each of these for about an hour each. See about how many matches that pans out. I'm thinking maybe a few matches each. That's fine. But the only reason I actually really have the live chat here is not so you wonderful people can see it, but so I can see it, because I'm only using one screen right now. And, well, that's fine. I'll just, can I scoot that over farther and still see it? That good? Maybe? I'll judge it by my sideboard. Can I see my entire sideboard? And it'll be good. I can slide it out later if I need to see it more. How far can I slide it? This is testing. Don't worry about it. Whoa, I can slide it like all the way and it's lagging so bad. Okay, don't be that way. Come on. We're gonna call that good. Cool. Okay. So, I think we're all set to go. I think we're pretty good here. The stream's up. It's going. In the comments or the description here, I have lists or links to lists that I'm using or lists that I'm basing my lists off of. So go check those out if you wish. Hello, Jade. A random Jade appeared. Hey, wrong trading card game. I know how to speak, I swear. we're going to go into a quick little look-see at the decks I am using. So this is the standard deck I'll be using. And this is a aggro deck because I feel like it's an aggro type of day. And it is a Jeskai deck. So you got your red, white, and blue going on. Woohoo, America. So this is favorable winds. And it's Jeskai version of favorable winds rather than just mono blue. So this is based around flyers. And we are going to be throwing down a whole bunch of flyers and then pumping them as much as we can with this favorable winds. But by the way, if you didn't know, based on the title, this is the XMage magic simulator. That's the word. It's a magic simulator, and I'm trying to use it, get used to it. Cockatrice is nice, but this is automated. So it's really nice for being able to maybe have to do a little bit less than in Cockatrice, or have to do everything because it's all manual and not automated at all. This is more automated, and it's pretty cool when it doesn't have server issues and lag like crazy. If that happens to where it's unplayable, just going to jump over to Cockatrice and continue playing these decks. And we're going to try and use XMage for now. So we have favorable winds. 2-mana enchantment, creatures you control flying, get +1/+1. Simple as that. We're going to use that to pump all of these flyers. We have 20 creatures here that are just normal creatures. And then 2 Aether Sphere Harvesters, which we can crew with any of these creatures, because it only needs a 1 power, and all of our dudes are at least 1 power. And so let's look at the creatures. We have Orchid Marauder. Basically, whenever it attacks, it's going to make an opposing creature into a 1/0 with no abilities, so we can just fly over it, not have to worry about a Lyra or some other annoying flying blocker or anything that will cause us some intense pain and misery. Hopefully that won't happen because we have Warcat Marauders to just make them into basically not threats for the attack. We have Stormfleet Aerialist. I firmly believe that this is a very good card in this deck. You can almost always get counters on it unless you draw like only Stormfleet Aerialist in your opening hand, in which case it might even be worth mulliganing because we want that counter to make it a 2/3 and then maybe even a 3/4 with favorable winds down when we play it. Just a really good value card for 2 mana. Siren Stormtamer is our 1-drop in the deck. It's extremely good because it defends our dudes later on by sacrificing itself to counter a spell or ability that targets one of our dudes. It's a 1-drop that can be a 2/2 turn 2 and attacking, swinging in if we throw favorable winds down turn 2. It's just a really good value card. So we're going to be using that to try and protect our dudes and just getting some early game damage. We have Congelli's Sunwing in the 3-drop slot, and this is a really, really good card against mono-red or black-red aggro, things that are going to be trying to race us. This can help us with the race a little bit because all the hasty dudes come in tapped, so it's going to allow us to have an extra turn there to swing in ourselves or even block if we have to. It's a 2/3, so it's a nice blocker, which means it's a 3/4 with the favorable winds down. Very good value for 3 mana. We have Dreamcolor Siren. It's a flash flyer, and it can only block creatures with flying. Hopefully we won't have to block with it. That'd be really sad if we did. We are going to instead be using it to tap things down mainly. That is our main goal with it, is if we don't have a Congelli's Sunwing out, or even if we do, maybe the second turn that a haste creature has come into play, we can play this when they play their creature and tap it down so that it gives us another turn to not be hit by a Hazoret or something like that with haste, or a Glorybringer if people are playing those anymore. Angel of Sanctions, all the way up at the top of our curve. Yes, this curve goes pretty high. It goes higher than mono blue wins for the most part, which usually stops at 4. But this is a really good card, and Strictly Better MTG put this very well. It just has a lot of value on the card. It's very versatile. We can create 2 servos for blocking if we need to while our other creatures swing in. It gives all our other creatures a little buff. It's by itself is Flying Vigilance Lifelink 2/1, which can even be math a 4/3 which could be a 5/4 with variable winds out, with flying, vigilance, and lifelink. It's a lot of lifelink that we're getting off of it, and it's really good value. Good value off the card. So those are our like creatures, 20 of those. And we have 2 Aether Sphere Harvesters. I debated running 3 and maybe dropping like a Charter Course, but I feel like the Charter Course is really valuable just to refill our hand, and being able to draw that and always have one of those every game to refuel our hand a little bit. Draw 2 cards for 2. Play another one of our little dudes here. Maybe draw into a Lightning Strike to maybe deal extra few points of damage in the game. I think it's really valuable to have all 4 Charter Courses, so we're only running 2 Aether Spheres. And I can't run less than 3 Lightning Strikes. I can't get behind that. Or less than 4 Lightning Strikes. So we have Aether Spheres. It's a flyer. Goes to the theme of the deck. It's a vehicle, so we have to crew it to turn into a creature by tapping a creature we control with 1 power or more. All of our dudes have 1 power or more, so that's fine. It comes in with 2 energy counters. We can pay energy to give it lifelink. Basically, it gets 2 turns with lifelink. Since we get 2 energy, we can pay 1 energy each turn when it's attacking. Gives us some more lifelink damage. We can possibly, with Angel of Invention and Aether Sphere Harvester, just get tons and tons of lifelink to where even if our board's been wiped, we have a few turns to come back and put some more things down, put some light, or hit our opponent with some lightning strikes in the game. Along with lightning strikes for removal, if we need removal, we have Cast Out. That's just good against control decks, good against Scarab Gods, Hazarets, anything big that we can't really deal with as well, because sometimes our dudes will just be small and attacking. Maybe we won't have favorable wins, and we'll be attacking with 2 1s and like 2 3s and 1 1s and 3 3s, and we're not going to have any good plays. So we need a Cast Out to deal with something. In our mana base, we just have basic standard stuff. Glacial Fortress, Inspire Advantage, Spire Bluff as our duels. Aether Hub as 3-color land, essentially. 1-time 3-color land. Ebony Rivulet, Sheffet Dunes. Those are deserts. We can use Ebony Rivulet to Sheffet Dunes or to Scavenger Grounds in the side. It's the only reason it's in the deck. We're not planning on milling our opponents out. I like running 2 Sheffet Dunes, even though it's putting our white mana maybe a little bit off balance. So we're only using white for Angel Invention, Consolidate Gunwing, Cast Out. Never mind, we're using it for a lot. So we should be fine. Hopefully the mana base will pan out. I'm not good with mana bases, really. And changing it might be a bad idea, but I did. Basically just putting the extra Sheffet Dunes. I don't have any Cyclers in there. The other lists I saw are playing at least 1 Cycle land. I'm not playing any. Hopefully the Charter Course will be enough draw without having to have Cyclers. Can always draw a card even if we don't have anything to attack with, or we just need to draw into something. We can just loot 1 if we really need to. And I think that's going to be enough. In the side, we have Angel Invention, removal to deal with more stuff. It's also a flyer, so it's on a body, which is really nice. Excellen's Binding to deal with more stuff. I'm running 2 of these instead of 2 more Cast Outs because in case our Cast Out gets Ixalan Binding on something, we can't play another Cast Out on that Ixalan's Binding. So I prefer to run 2 and 2, so we have separate names of things that do essentially the same thing. Negates, Chandra's. Seth said they were for control, so I guess those are for control. Negates to make sure we can actually play things, and to counter like board wipes or anything that would really mess up our day. Abrades to deal with artifacts, mainly because we already have lightning strikes. Also some more creature removal if we need some. Chandras, I guess they're just helpful because they sit on the board. Chandra deals damage a little bit at a time, gives us some more mana if we need it for some reason. Is also removal. If somehow we get the emblem off, it's a game finisher. River's Rebuke, to deal with things that like to go wide. Merfolk, vampires, saprolings, things that just flood the board to the point of where, well, we don't have enough removal to hit them 1 by 1, So we're going to play this, hit them all at once. And it's going to be amazing because I really hate when Saprolin's floods the board and gains a million life. Also Vampires does that. It's really annoying. So we're going to use River's Rebuke, possibly, and it'd be really fun to actually get that off. That is a much longer explanation than I meant. I meant to kind of skim over it, but I like to make sure people know what I'm doing, and then I don't have to explain as much of what the cards do when I'm in game, because I like to kind of feel it out when I'm in the game and not have to explain every little single thing. So we're going to go into it. This is my version of the deck, sort of. I mean, I didn't take an exact deck for this one. I looked at a couple of decks and kind of customized it to what I like. I'm not playing the Glorybringer, and I'm not playing what the heck the other one is called, the Phoenix. I'm gonna get so much flack for not remembering its name, because I don't really like them as much. I prefer having the Angel of Inventions with the pump and the lifelink and the versatility rather than the Glorybringer, which is nice. And I also like to have a little bit lower of a curve with only 2 5-drops, and making sure I can cast all these lower stuff. Maybe I should have some more creatures instead of the 4 lightning strikes and 4 charter courses. But I decided with these spells available to us, I think we can refill with Charter Course, stall out with Cast Out, and or take back another one of our things. My bad, I don't even know how that happened. And it's going to work. It's just going to work. I know it. Before I continue on, making sure the stream is going alright. Anyone in the chat who may still be listening, you can hear me, right? I should have probably checked that a long time ago, but you can hear me. If no one responds, I'll just assume it's a yes. We're going to go into it. Everything looks like it's working to me. I mean, my mic thing's moving, and you should be able to see the game. So let's go into a game. I'm going to show the other deck later. The other deck is for Modern. This is Standard. And we'll go into it. It is currently nearly 3, so let's say we'll go an hour, maybe. Try and go to about 4 and switch over to Modern. Let's play some Standard, though. Let's make sure... I've only messed with this for like 1 day, so if I'm like stumbling over controls and stuff, bear with me. There are 71 players in here, so we may not be being matched up every second, unfortunately, but that's just how it's going to be. So I'm going to create my own match because I want to customize this as I want to do it. It's going to be Modern, no test, just Modern, or Standard actually. We're playing Standard. Time limit, none. Or should we have 50-minute time limit? Just in case. Now we can do it without time limit. We are going to be playing Standard. Where is... Why is Standard... Oh, there it is. It's all the way at the top. Standard 2-player duel. 2 wins, so best of 3. Casual. Let's keep it casual. Not too serious here. Human. Let's switch off of Mono Green Tron. And have some Jeskai favorable wins. And I think we're good to go. We got it all down. Let's click OK. And hope that someone joins up fairly quickly. Let's see what the Standard... there's a few people playing Standard. It's not as busy on here actually as on Cockatrice. Probably because this place is way more glitchy than Cockatrice is. But because of all the automated stuff, I can understand how it's more difficult to deal with. How about I advertise? Let's advertise. Try and get someone in here. And this does have sounds, but they're actually a little obnoxious, and I'm actually just going to turn my sound off. So I'm not going to be playing with the sounds. We got no one here. Actually, maybe we can run over the other deck while we're waiting. Quite possibly. We might have to stop halfway through if we do that, though. Because then it's going to be like, I can't just make someone wait if they're in the room with me. We could also, I suppose, go into another room as well. Everyone's sort of playing serious, though, and I don't like to play serious matches as much because people are kind of stingy sometimes in serious ones. And so we're going to go to casual if we can. That's why I created my own. It's possible there could be a lot of waiting. It's very, very possible. Because this place is not like real packed. It's not like you get a match every second or anything. I'm going to, let's see, have my sound on so I can hear when the match starts, because it'll say, our match is ready or something. Basically, someone has come into the room. Deck editor right here. Oh, it actually even just keeps it there. Let's just shrink that up in the corner over there. Cool. And let's load our other deck we're going to play today. Hoping that I actually loaded it in here. I may or may not have not done that, and if so, I'm going to do that now. I think it's still in the text. I do have it complete already, though. So it's not like I have to edit it. Let's not have that be the file name. Hold on. I know what's wrong. Don't worry, I totally know what I'm doing. Don't worry about it. This one. So this one, when it loads, this one is going to be our modern deck. And this is Jeskai, Gods and Humans. So this is a human deck, and added in some extra spice here. This is one that was featured on...
Can start.
Never mind, we will come back to this.
Your game has started.
Because we're starting. Okay. Okay. I just realized that this is going to be an issue. I can't see cards here with this chat here, I don't think. I'm going to try moving the chat over to the other side. Maybe. No, I have to start with just starting player. And, oh. Okay, did something. Cool, it kind of auto-corrected. And we are going to keep this hand, because it is actually quite a good hand. And I can even just shrink this up. And we are good to go. Okay. So yeah, XMage is automated and it's not too difficult to work with. I'm gonna play an island. And I think I can just go to next turn. Because I have no turn one plays. Our only turn one play is our only turn one card in the deck and we don't have it. So hopefully this person won't be too slow. are there? Oh, I have to make sure I'm passing phases, though. So I have nothing to play, so I'm just going to go click to next turn. And this dude's playing Fountain of Renewal. Beginning of your upkeep, you gain 1 life. Pay 3, sacrifice it to draw a card. Now, I do not know Standard as well as Modern, for sure. So I'm probably going to have to be reading cards here. Maybe even like crazy a little bit. Bear with me. Okay. Let's Inspiring Vantage now. Because we have our blue source. So we can play Inspiring Vantage. And make sure that we have that untapped. And then we can play Favorable Winds or Warkite. In case the dude throws down blue somehow and counters this, I'm going to play Favorable Winds now. And then pass the turn. I think the plan here is to just try and pump out things on curve, if possible. And I actually have nothing else to do either, so I'm going to next turn here. We're just going to try and rush things out and see what happens. Hopefully we can do this without being like totally destroyed. Another Fountain of Renewal. Okay, so I guess those are just like, I'm gonna gain life and make you hit me down. And yeah, it looks like black-blue control of some sort, maybe. Hopefully it'll work. And this is being a bit laggy, unfortunately, but it's going okay. And Renegade Map is gonna just search out some stuff. Okay, let's play the Glacial Fortress. And we have all 3 of our colors here, so we're doing well. And then I'm thinking the Sunwing. Let's get a Sunwing down. The dude's tapped out. If it's control, he's probably not playing too many creatures, but that'll stall some if he is. We actually are pretty good at racing aggro, I feel, in this deck. But control might be more difficult to deal with. Again, I'm kind of tapped out and not able to do much here, so I'm just going to pass the turn. Okay, another swamp. So I wasn't going to play with the sound on, but I'm kind of just accidentally doing that. I just don't want it to like go over the mic and be super terrible. Prophetic Prism. Dude's playing a lot of artifacts. I sense a Karn coming, quite possibly. And if a Karn does happen, that could be bad. Oh, the dude's playing M19. That's why I haven't seen Fountain of Renewal before, because I'm not too familiar with the M19 cards. Battle at the Bridge. Are you going to target my dude? Yeah, you have to target my dude. Oh, did you changed his mind? Instead going to... Did you play Prophetic Prism this turn? Yeah. Maybe. Yes. Decided to pass. I'm not sure where Battle at the Bridge came from. Maybe just put it onto the stack but didn't actually cast it because out of mana? I don't know, that's fine. Siren Storm Tamer, that's what we need turn 1. Let's play an island. Dude's holding up blue. Quite possibly a 1 mana counterspell? Maybe? I think we try Storm Tamer first, because Warkite could possibly be better. Let's try playing Storm Tamer first. Just see what happens. Metallic Rebuke. Okay. So dude's playing like Tezzeret. We pay 3 to prevent it. Nah. We'll just, we'll play our work height. And let's go to combat. And attack for 3. This dude getting 2 life each turn could possibly be difficult. Okay, combat damage, post main phase, end turn. We're good. Ugh, the triggers. So many triggers. Well, 2 triggers. Fountain of Renewal is, that could get nasty. Basically, I dealt 1 damage to him because gained back 2. Looks like we're gonna have to bring in a Braids from the sideboard for this matchup because this is proving a little tough. Zolfir and Void getting a Scry. And scrying a card to the bottom. Okay. So I have a feeling Tezzeret's coming out next turn and Battle with the Bridging. Sunwing, maybe? I don't actually know. I never noticed that had improvise. Gonna hit Sunwing for a ton and gain a ton. Hit for 4, gain 4. Okay. Nothing to really do about that, unfortunately. I think this dude's done, so I'm in turn. Okay. I guess we're going to attacks. Oh, I accidentally clicked next turn button somehow. So I actually missed a play. Yeah, I keep doing that. It's not good. This dude may just be gaining too much life. I don't know how to stop this life gain, really. Except just trying to hit in with creatures. Antiquities War. Yeah, that's a thing. Look at the top 5, reveal an artifact from among them, put it into your hand, and the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Pretty nasty. And then eventually all of his artifacts become 5/5s. I think also Hercule's Recall needs to come in against this as well. As we'll only have so many removals, and this dude is playing 1,000,000 artifacts. We'll have like 3 Abrades to try and deal with them. So Hercule's Recall and a Braid from the side against this. I don't see us winning this one either. Especially since I messed up last turn. Okay, tapped out on blue mana. So I think I'm actually safe to play my Angel of Invention. And that can be a nice blocker. I feel like I maybe should make the servos because in a couple turns the Antiquities War is going to go off and I'm not going to be able to do much about it. And I'm just going to like die because there's 20 damage on the board with those. So I might need blockers in that case. So I'm going to go that route. Play Aether Hub. Get an energy. I don't need to use it right now. Play my Angel. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I get to choose. I really want to, but I'm going to create the tokens. Even though I can make that a 5/4 and it would be beautiful. They are 2/2s from Angel Invention, which are nice, and this is now a 4/3. So we can swing in for 4. Unfortunately, I don't see us able to hit enough necessarily. Hit enough life down. Because look at that. Gain 2 life. and drawing. A little bit of lag going on. XMage is working though, which is nice. Okay. Fountain of Renewal for a draw? I don't know exactly what's happening. Oh, revealing off of Antiquities War. Next turn, going to make all those dudes really big. And I'm basically gonna probably just have to block the team and lose all of my creatures. I think I can survive an attack. Well, what? No. No, what is this? Sacrifice an artifact or a creature gets -2/-2. Each opponent discards a card. 5/5 flyer. That's gonna be difficult to deal with. Quite possibly. Because I just can't do anything about that. I don't think I can do anything about that. Yeah. Are we going to my turn? Herald of Anguish trigger, end of turn. Discard. I don't know. This is nice, but it's smaller than Stormfleet. I'll discard the Storm Tamer. What is in my graveyard? Oh. Somehow Angel of Invention died. I think he used Herald of Anguish. I missed that somehow. Well, I drew another one. I don't know how much it's going to help, though. And I just kind of need to play this because I can't risk attacking. If I can survive this somehow, then a Warkite Marauder would get the job done, possibly, for not being blocked by the Herald of Anguish. But I don't think... I mean, my entire board is just going to be dead to these this turn. I can't even risk attacking. Just have to pass. Renewal triggers. And Antiquities War. All artifacts are 5/5s now. Well, not all artifacts, all of his artifacts. If these are 5/5s, I'd be fine with that. But no, it's only his. Okay. Boulder Boy, what you got? Attack in for way too much damage. I don't think we have to block everything, but we have to block a lot. I think if we can leave Warkite Marauder up, might be able to just attack through Herald of Anguish, but Herald of Anguish is the one that sticks around. So I think we need to kill Herald of Anguish, which means... probably means blocking with either 3 creatures or... Okay, I really want Warkite Marauder to stay alive, really, because if he plays another thing like that, I can't do anything about it, and I'm just dead. So I'm going to go and block there. Yes, there. And there. I can't block this creature. Crap. Okay, in that case... Oh no, I've already blocked it. Well, I guess you're getting your choice of what you kill here. And then block there and there. Done. Waiting for him to distribute the damage correctly. Okay. Looks like you let the Storm Tamer live, which makes sense. And I'm down to 10. Cogworker's Puzzle Knot. Okay. More artifacts. More value. Just more stuffs everywhere. And... another Fountain of Renewal? Sure. Can't do anything about it. Another Herald of Anguish. Okay, now I think it's over. Yeah, that Herald of Anguish sticking around. Yep. Not much to do about that. Pass the turn to me. A lightning strike will not kill the Herald of Anguish, but in combination with Storm Tamer it will. See, it's only at your... yes. Being of your instep, so... Boulder Boy's instep. And then... I think we can do that. So pass the turn. No attackers. 3 Fountain of Renewal triggers. Ouch. I'm just gonna click skip stack. And you can gain your 3 life. Sorry about that. A little bit. Yeah. We're just waiting for this dude right now. Apparently there's a little bit of a stall on the other end. It's fine. Okay, so while that's happening, let's talk about what's happening. So against this deck, I think that we're going to have to hope that we draw River's Rebuke, because it's going to be really difficult otherwise, I think, to stave this off. River's Rebuke is perfect against this deck, it really is, but also using our braids. And we're going to click cancel skip. We don't want to skip anything else now. Cogworker is Puzzle Knot. Played. Cogworker is Puzzle Knot. Is there a trigger? And here's the battlefield. You get a servo, and then you can sacrifice the Puzzle Knot and create another servo. Okay. That's it. Yeah, we can't fight through that if we can't kill it, and it's targeting our dude with its ability, so we're gonna concede. Because, nothing to do about that. That's it. Okay. Let's look in our side. We want, negate could be helpful. Because, like, everything in that deck is a non-creature spell for the most part. Maybe we can try playing the control game. We'd have to take out a lot of stuff for that, though. Okay, let's bring in... We need the abrades at the very least. We also need... Oh, there are 4. Okay, cool. So we have 4. Let's bring in the River's Rebuke. I don't know if we should bring in Ixalan's Binding or not. Because it's expensive removal. Possibly the negates. See, if we bring in too much, we're going to have to side out a lot. But I'm thinking... Side out lightning strikes. Oh, Abrade, where are you going? I'm considering if we need the charter courses or not. I think... Take out the charter courses. And for some reason my my cards are freaking out. It's really bad lag. It's good. It's in the deck, right? Right. We're at 57 cards. I don't know if we need anything else. We could take out cast outs for negate, but I think the cast outs are going to be helpful for us. Ixalan's Binding could also be helpful. We do need some more cards, so I'm thinking bring in Ixalan's Binding. Maybe just 1. And then 2 negates. Try playing it that way. I mean, we're down to 9 seconds, so we got what we got. I think we want to keep in everything else. So, we'll try it. Hopefully I have 60 cards. I didn't really look that over. But we're going to have 3 removals on the board. Possibly I just should have brought in 3 negates. That's possible. Because that's going to be early game removal. I get to select a starting player. I'll select myself. So this time we're going to be trying to slow this dude down. Oops. Nope. And going to try to figure out how we can basically tempo this dude without tempoing too hard, because we will not win tempo. So many storm fleets. But also a war kite. We're going to keep this because we have the war kite. Oh my goodness. Because we have the war kite, I think we can be okay. We're waiting for Boulder Boy. And we are going to Mountain and pass. I don't know why I'm doing that, just pass to the next turn. So we're gonna draw literally nothing to do, so just gonna click to next turn. A renegade map. Sure. And to our turn. Done with the draw. Let's play an Aether Hub. We got another Warkite Marauder. We need a source of blue mana other than this Aether Hub because we're about to use it for a Warkite Marauder. Hopefully... hold on, cancel. And we're gonna have to add this first. Don't have any color. Choose blue. Then that. Then pay the red and the blue. For Warkite Marauder. And pass the turn. This could possibly just go terribly. Crossy, what are you talking about? For what thought what said stop? I have no idea when you typed that, by the way. I've been busy. So if it's referencing someone a way long time ago, I might just like not know what you're talking about at all. Screen seems sort of dark. What? There's Battlefield gain through. You have a ton of life gain in this deck. Navigator's Compass is a thing. I can help with some mana fixing. If you have anything that is like naming specific land types. Go into our turn. We're going to play Stormfleet Aerialist, I think. It's possible we could just not draw our sideboard cards here. I think this is a hard matchup. Unfortunately, we cannot play Stormfleet Aerialist because we have no blue mana. We don't have anything. Kinda got a terrible draw on lands. This is like nothing. Can't do anything with this hand. The red is really minimal in the deck, so it's not going well. There's like no red creatures, so playing creatures off of it's not going to work. Let's hope our Abrade will work. If we can draw an Abrade. River's Rebuke seems quite far away. Especially with no blue mana, we'll need 2 for that. Dude's taking their sweet time to figure out what to do here. I'm just gonna click to next turn because nothing to do this turn. Just hanging out here for a while, apparently. Okay, drawing a card. And waiting. A Sulfuran Void, Scry. And what we got going on here? Any more artifacts? We kind of went off of artifacts, so what else you got? A Battle at the Bridge. Really want to take out that Warkite? The 2/1 Warkite? Tapping the Navigator's Compass for it. Yep, hit the Warkite. Servo schematic. When it enters or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 servo token. So basically get a couple of servos off of it. If you sacrifice the schematic to the demon or something, I think that was a demon, have a little servo. And it's to my turn. And I did not get a land. It's possible because of land we're scooping here. We got our 1 of mountain and an Aether Hub, which is not very helpful. Aether Hub was good for the war kite on 1 turn, but now it's like, yeah, nope. I'm not seeing how we're winning here. If we draw into artifact removal, that's not going to do too much. Especially not with the Herald of Anguish. Which is so good. With Improvise. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is exact. Well, 7. Don't need to tap that. Attacking me for 1. Taken 1. End of turn. Discard. I don't even know. Like, maybe we should keep the cheap stuff. Throw like a Sunwing. Cast out. Can't even cycle it. Probably about concede time with getting no lands. Unfortunately. I don't know what else we can do here. There's not much you can do with no land. Taking down the Herald of Anguish, as well as stopping the artifacts. Don't see it happening without a River's Rebuke, which we can't do. No. Did I say Hercule's Recall before? Because I think that was wrong. Hercule's Recall is modern. River's Rebuke, Hercule's Recall, whichever it is. There's a Tezzeret. Create Thopters, draw a card, control 3 more artifacts, draw 2 cards. Yeah. It's not happening. There's just nothing to do against this. Concede. Not drawing lands. So, that was the first match. Kinda bad. Kinda bad. Took us about a half hour. I say we play one more with this and see where we get to. I'm also going to mark down the description so I remember that currently it's 0-1 record. Record with favorable wins. 0-1. And then for later, record with humans and gods. Nothing so far. And we will update that as we go. But for now, so get back into it. Not with this deck yet. I will go over that deck again as we wait, if we need to. Otherwise, we can go into a new match. I think everything should still be good. Be the same. Click OK. Turn up the sound on that for a minute. And let's go over to the deck editor and talk about this for a minute. Okay, so this is going to be the modern deck that we're going to play after this next match, probably. And it's going to be maybe sort of aggro-y-ish. This is overall an aggro deck. It has this specific aggro deck, or specific version of humans, has some more aspects of control-y stuff. You have Reflector Mage, which is in aggro stuff anyway. And for some reason, it's not coming up. Hold on a moment. I'm going to try switching panels. Switching back. Let's try reloading it. It's being weird. Actually, okay. We'll come back to that.
Your game has started.
Again. Maybe figure out what's going on with the deck editor there. It's being weird. I won the toss. We will go first. And I will try not to hit the bottom of the screen like I keep doing. I feel like with one creature, this is very dangerous, so mulligan. We're going to wait for our opponent to see if they also mulligan. They do. And do we want to keep this? Possibly. That's a lot of land still, but we have a Charter Course, which we can play turn 3. 24 lands we could possibly just flood. But I don't want to go down to 5, so let's keep it. We have lands, we have a creature. We will put Glacial Fortress on the bottom because that is not something I want to draw right now. Inspiring Advantage, I guess. Now let's play Glacial Fortress. Good thing it didn't go. Let's, I mean, just to next turn. And the opponent's draw, we're not going to do anything this turn, so press to next turn. Played a Rootbound Crag in tap, just like our Glacial Fortress. Let's go to main phase, and we're going to play the Warkite Marauder. And next turn, depending on what the dude plays, either Stormfleet or Charter Course, quite possibly. It looks like it might be Dinosaurs. Let's play the Inspiring Advantage and Warkite. And pass the turn. Warkite Marauder. It's very nice. I can make sure that a dinosaur isn't going to get the best of us. That actually looks like a dinosaur-themed glider. We do have to click a draw. Let's pass to in turn. And this is interesting with the color scheme. What are you going to play with black? I don't think this is dinosaurs, otherwise something probably would have been played by now. So, Saprolines? It could be Saprolines, I guess, with red. Let's play another Inspiring Advantage. So we can play it untapped. Let's go to attacks. And I think I actually want to play Charter Course, because I want to draw something other than lands. And lands are being drawn right now. So, taking two. It's a 2-1, not a 1-2. And we're going to go to the main phase and play Charter Course. Hope that this is the right choice. And we are drawing Plains and Stormfleet. That's something. If we draw into our Angel of Invention, it's like, well, we have lands to play it. Look, we have all 3 colors of basics. Cool. Lightning striking our Warkite Marauder. End of turn. I don't know why they didn't do that during the attack and not take 2 damage, but okay. And a Canyon Slough tapped. Passing? Okay. Could play Inspiring Advantage. Possibly want to play the island. I think might as well play Inspiring Advantage since we're not going to use it anyway. Actually, we could have used it to play a Stormfleet. I think Stormfleet next turn try into bigger Stormfleet. See if it survives. Did not get a good aggro hand, really. Good land hand if we need a whole ton of lands for something. And we're also not going to do anything this turn, so go to in turn. Not much to do in this deck, really, early game, or even really at instant speed, very much. It's a lot of sorcery speed action. Let's see what we are going to be encountered with all this black, green, and red mana on the opponent's side. Nothing? Nothing. Okay. Is our opponent going to let our Stormfleet live? As long as I can attack with it. Looks like they might kill it. They didn't. I'm just playing Island to get another blue source. Let's go to attacks. And we are waiting. Okay. We are going to attack. Possibly in this deck, because of the pirate, we could, instead of playing negate, we could actually play the one that is costs 1 less if you control a pirate. It ends up becoming like a better mana leak. We are going to deal damage. Probably that would be the good sideboard card instead of negate. But negate's good against control because it counters their spells outright. And we're doing 1 damage to the opponent. So good. Not really. Try for a Warkite first in case, I don't know, it's not gets countered. I don't know how it could get countered without any blue mana, but I don't know. Try a Stormfleet. Get a little bit bigger Stormfleet. Pass the turn. And pass the turn because there's nothing to do here. Are the opponents just drawing only lands? Sweltering Suns. Ooh. Yeah. Nothing to do about that. Apparently the opponent is stalling out for something big. Only has played a Lightning Strike and a Sweltering Suns. Hasn't taken much damage though. And this draw was not something we wanted. Play a Plains. Pass the turn. Being board cleared in this deck is really hard to deal with. This is why I would want to bring in negates. I feel we're going to be bringing in all of our negates against this deck. Because otherwise it's going to prove disastrous if we just keep getting board cleared like that. I don't know what else the opponent's doing, though. Oh, still on their turn. We're going to pass. And yes, ultra flooded with lands. Probably should have mulliganed. Don't have, like, any shuffle in this deck, I don't think. So it's, like, if you just get a whole bunch of lands on top, it's all you're getting. What kind of memory being used? That's why it's lagging, maybe? I don't know. Now it's down to like half memory. I don't know. There's a dinosaur. Dinosaur Alpha. Maybe just playing late turn dinosaurs? Like, only big dinosaurs? Okay, 3/3 green dinosaur we're juggling with trample. Okay, why plain black though? I mean, I understand the red-green dinosaur stall out. Is the black just for removal? Quite possibly. This is an interesting take on the deck. I'm interested to see what happens here with this deck. Very possibly could be something interesting. Okay, back was messing with my mic. Where did you get the token from? I guess the opponent just took a while to resolve the trigger. If we get a blocker out, we can possibly block Regisaur and then lightning strike it, but I have a feeling it would be better just to lightning strike it now. Oh, it's not the time to play instants and sorceries? I'm confused. I lose 3 life. I must have missed my chance to play my lightning strike. That's fine? Question mark. Possibly this Sunwing here can make it okay. We'll pay 3. With our multitudinous amount of lands, if that is how you say that. And waiting on the Sunwing to land. Our opponent apparently is busy with something. Okay, Kinjali's Sunwing lands. Well, let's see if we maybe kill that Regisaur, because the hasty dinosaurs could be very, very bad. It's very possible. For now, let's just pass the turn. The Sunwing living would be nice, because it slows our opponent down majorly with the haste. And it's possible we could just kill the dinosaur here and leave that alive. Currently we're tied on life. If this dude's playing a lot of removal though, it might be difficult to deal with. Opponent taking a while. Could be lag with all the memory being used. See if I can close out anything. I mean, the stream looks like it's fine. The stream is fine. It's just, look how much my computer is lagging. It could be the network. I have a lot of things up. I don't think there's really anything I can close out. So we're just going to leave this up. I don't know why. I guess that means I have a YouTube notification. It's fine. Was cast downing our Kinjali's Sunwing. In that case, I think this is going to have to be played. I'm going to play it when I can actually play it. On the dinosaur there. Probably should wait, but Revenge Bolt. I don't know. The Sunwing goes bye-bye, unfortunately. But at least the lightning strike hits the dinosaur. Maybe. Opponent. Our stuff's happening. Maybe not. Well, we will hang out here, and we will check the deck editor and see if it's not freezing up with Metallic Mimic anymore. It is still freezing up with Metallic Mimic. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's try reloading the deck, maybe. Where is it? I have not saved the deck yet, so it's not in there. Let's save it modern. Also, let's check back at our thing. Oh, goodness. That's a graveyard. It hit. That's your graveyard. Cool. Look at my graveyard. It's amazing. Ripjaw Raptor. That's a thing. Maybe the opponent just failed to play cards early game? I don't know. It looks like they're playing a removal heavy version with bigger dinosaurs. And unfortunately, I am taking 8. I don't see us winning this. The removal is probably not even going to work. I'm rethinking bringing in 4 negates, though. Ixalan's bindings, for sure, can come in. Take out some big things. I think just leave in the lightning strikes. Maybe take out... What could we take out? I don't think taking out any of the creatures is a good idea. And turn over to us. Warkite Marauder. I don't know how much that's actually going to do. Can be a little blocker. I don't see us winning this game. Those things are just really big. If we draw a cast out, I guess, could not die as quickly. Still think it's over, though. If you hear fireworks in the background, it's because it's 4th of July. And people are happy about it, I guess. I'm not really too into it. Somehow I have not played my Warkite yet. So let's play the Warkite. And as soon as that's done, pass the turn. Maybe someday. La-dee-dee. Okay. This person is apparently maybe having some issues. It could be the connection, something like that. Or it's just being slow to pass. No, I do not want to enable dictation, and I don't remember hitting keys to enable that. I don't know. Let's pass on the turn. I think it's just lag. Being super slow. Quite possibly. And eventually we will get to a place where we can possibly stabilize. I don't know about this. We have to draw one of our 2 of cast outs, possibly. That would be about it. I don't see any other way to deal with these dinosaurs. Lightning strikes are not going to do anything. Ripjaw Raptor, just super good. I think maybe the opponent just isn't receiving the stuff yet. I'm going to be right back. Hopefully the opponent is going to pass and I won't have to do anything. Turns out I do have to do something. Well, hopefully it hasn't been too long. It's been like a minute. Looks like this could possibly be an O2 record for this deck today. Unfortunately, not good draws. Not enough land, one game, too much land another. Also going against giant dinosaurs, apparently. Well then. We're just hanging out, waiting, it seems. Let's, I was going to jump back over the deck editor, but eventually we'll get the deck editor thing sorted, maybe. Dashing Brontodon. And, nothing else. Unfortunately, that can take out favorable winds, which is annoying. Attacking with 3 creatures. The other thing to put in this deck might be Return to Hand. Because those are cheap. Those are like 1 and 2 cost spells. Like you can play Blink. Ugh. Gonna have to block one of these or just die. I guess just block the Regisaur. Don't want to deal damage to the Ripjaw because then we'll draw cards. So block the Regisaur, take 7. I think even with like a cast out being the next draw, I don't think it'll be enough because I don't have a blocker. So yeah, I think that's it. See what we draw next. Go down to 2. Thunderhead Migration. Just paying 3 for it. Grab a forest. See what we draw. I don't think it's going to be anything spectacular. Yeah. Nothing. Sunwing does not help. Apparently the concede button doesn't like to work very well. Okay. 3 minutes to figure out what we're going to do here. I think maybe leave in the lightning strikes even so. I don't know how much a negate would help. I don't know how much River's Rebuke would help. Maybe just bring in... Well, we definitely want the Ixalan's bindings. I think the Charter Course is helpful in this matchup to kind of speed up the clock and get some more cards in hand. Maybe we want to leave in all of these. We want to keep favorable winds. Lightning Strike. I'm tempted to take these out for negates. I think we want Angel of Inventions too. I think we might... I think we just take out all the lightning strikes. Sorry, that's my dog. Hold on a second. Okay. Can we run it like this? Or do we need negates? That's the question. I think putting in one of negate won't do all that much. We need like probably at least 3 for that if you have to take out chart. I didn't see that much removal, and I think if we have removal, we can deal with the opponent's removal. We just play the removal late game, and then we build back up. Let's try that plan. See what happens. We're probably just going to be wiped early game, and that's going to be it. Otherwise, we'd have to bring in negate and dramatically slow down our plan, and I think trying to go as fast as possible is the plan here. With only 1 land, I don't trust that hand. So let's mulligan it. And... No white mana, but 2 war kites and a cast out. Let's keep and try and draw into white. I want another land, but it's not white. I'm gonna say keep on top. Because I think you need a 3rd land, even if it's not white. We get no white mana here, it could be really bad, though. Let's play Spire Bluff. Pass. And we're going to pass through this turn, too. Bloomin' Marsh. Okay. There's the other Spire Bluff. Play Spire Bluff. Play Warkite Marauder. It's probably not going to stay alive. But we will see if it can. Swamp. Could possibly just die to like a cast down here. Now let's pass it to the next turn. And another Spire Bluff. I guess play Spire Bluff and other Warkite Marauder. Try and get in some damage. It's possible that Warkite just dies here. Really need that white mana for the cast out, and the Sunwing would be really helpful too against those hasty dinosaurs. Kind of hoping it clears my board now. No red mana though, which means there could not be a board clear. Because the board clear cost 2. I realize that I have to press something. Hitting for 2. And passing the turn. Don't have anything to react with here, so to next turn. Playing a Woodland Cemetery. Well, it's not red mana. When you don't get white, it's still kind of bad, though. Play Rivulet. Play Storm Tamer. Which unfortunately does not stop a board clear. But currently we're ahead. Still getting in damage. No responses? Okay. Probably nothing to react with here, but if so, Storm Tamer is going to eat a spell. Ripjaw Raptor. If only we had white mana, we could cast out that. That's our goal right now. Drawn to white. White mana. That is not white mana, but it's another card that needs white mana. Ooh, Ripjaw Raptor is not flying. I just remember this. The point of this deck is that you're not blocking it because you don't got flying. I'm just gonna all attack, actually. And if it matters, Ripjaw Raptor gets hit by 2 Kite Sail Marauders. Becomes a 0/1 with no abilities. I think we might take this game with our aggro. Down to 9. Still no white mana even. It's working. It's working. I don't know how, but it's working. Attacking with the Ripjaw, that's fine. It's 4 damage. Still at 20 life, so... Take our damage. Post-combat. Nothing. Not a good draw for the opponent, doesn't look like. Drew an Angel of Invention, not helpful. Actually, just drawing all the white cards in the deck. Kite Sail trigger, Kite Sail trigger. Targets the Ripjaw. Sweltering Suns. Confusion. That is Sorcery Spade. Drawing a card off of Sweltering Suns instead of using it? Okay. Interesting that you wouldn't have used it to wipe my board. Very much questioning that plan. Oh, no mana to play Sweltering Suns. Well, the opponent's mana issues is worse than our own, so... We win this turn if the opponent doesn't have removal to stop one of the War Kites. Lightning Strike. That's removal. Okay, I feel like because with removal the opponent had the ability to wipe us, I think the negates are going to be helpful and take out an Angel of Sanctions. The Angel freaked out. The lag on this is great. Check out this lag. Oh, the time is still ticking down. I actually cannot move cards right now. Is literally impossible. Okay. There we go. I think take out a couple of charter courses. Let's see, we're at 60 cards now for 2 negates. Does that work? Oh. I'm confused about the Angels right now. Because there seems to be 3 and I only had 2, I'm pretty sure. That's fine. Actually, I'm going to take out the rest of them and bring in the negates. Just try and stop the board wipe. I think that's a better plan. Run it. Sideboard has 16 cards. How? I think it's the angel that's freaking out. It is literally impossible. Apparently it started anyway. Hopefully it worked. I don't know. We have white mana this time. And we have blue mana. And those are the colors we have in our hands. So, let's see. Warkite, Stormfleet, Kinjali. Yeah. It's good enough. Bloomin' Marsh. Sure. Go to our turn. It's actually quite warm in here, ain't it? Let's draw. Apparently the dog is here. And let's island. And then pass. And then pass again. Well, then the temperature outside is approximately the same as inside, so... A Drover of the Mighty. Interesting, you are playing something early game. And over to me... Ooh, we got a favorable wins. That means I want to play it, because that is going to be much more helpful, I think, than the Warkite right now. Because I'm going to get in much more damage with this aggro strategy. Unfortunately, no negate in hand. Out of the 4 negates I think are in deck. Drover of the Mighty attacking. No blockers. Taking 1. Over to me. Okay, draw. Drew a Storm Tamer. Let's play an island. And Kinjali Sunwing. Also get that big island off the screen. Really, apologies on this lag this entire stream. It's, not much I can do about it. I don't know if it's just the server, or if it's actually my connection. Because my connection usually isn't bad. It only is when this is up. So I think it might be the server mixed with the fact that I'm streaming. I actually don't have anything to respond with, so that's what I got. Might just be able to... Ooh, Sheffet Dunes. Need another white source for that, so let's play the Ether Hub. get an energy right here. And let's go attacking with the Sunwing. Do 3 damage. And go to second main. Play a Stormfleet. And play a Stormfleet. And this puts us out of the board clear range of the board clear that he's playing. Because these are all 4 power. Next turn we can Chef it Dunes and possibly win the game. Drover of the Mighty. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that a 7-cost dinosaur? It is. Daragaz reincarnated. And that is a big dinosaur. If it would die, instead exile with 3 egg counters on it, and then essentially it just comes back in 3 turns. Move an egg counter on it, when you remove your last one, then you return to the battlefield. It's a very big dude. And it's something that we want to remove if we draw into one of our removals. What this means is we want to deal as much damage next turn as possible, so that we can just win the turn after. Because we don't win right now, but soon after now, we will. Now, we use Chef it Dunes. Actually, we use Aether Hub, add white, and then use Chef it Dunes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sack Chef it Dunes. Is our opponent just going to scoop here? Quite possibly. We go to combat. We attack with all. And we deal 12. And I believe this means we just win next turn. As long as the opponent doesn't have enough removal. As if they have 1 removal card, they stop us right now. Carnage Tyrant. Okay. That makes removal less likely, but the way that they tapped it means a cast down is possible. The lucky draw right now would be any of our removal spells. Cast out Ixalan's Binding, Angel of whatever. Not that one, the other one. Left that up as a blocker. I believe this means we win, because we can gain life out of range. Spire Bluff, unfortunately, does come in tapped, though. But we have Warkite Marauder. And Siren Storm Tamer. Now we can deal with any removal spells a little bit. Fatal Push in response. That's what you were holding up. hit a storm fleet. I believe we still attack with everything here. Next turn we have Angel of Invention to block with as a 5/4. We still deal 3 right now. A board clear here would possibly kill us. With the Warkite Marauder next turn, we win. Anyway, the Warkite Marauder can kill the Dargaz for the turn. We'll see what happens. If there's a board clear here, we can't win next turn. Possibly the turn after. Depends. This dude's playing a lot of removal. And now I know the reason he's playing black for Dargaz. The Dragon. Drover of the Mighty. Tapping for mana? Or attacking? Attacking with 3, 70 action on 13. I think we can afford to take it all because we have Angel of Invention. Also, I tap my mana wrong. I'm going to take it down to 6. Board clear? If so, we lose. Actually. Because can't win next turn and these dudes are too big. Cast down. I think we still win through a cast down. Cast down the Warkite in turn. 1 card in hand. Play Angel of Invention. No white. Still scoop the game. Well, I guess the deck can win. That officially makes the favorable wins record 1-1. I would like to go a third one, but I also want to play the other deck. So we're just going to call that half of the time, based on that, 2 matches. And we're going to play the other deck now for another couple matches. Hopefully another couple matches. Maybe just one. It depends. At some point here, the stream will have to end. Modern, this is Humans and Gods. And we can save this deck into decks. I think I saved it under the wrong name, though. Let's see. I saved it under Tron. I'm going to have to fix that later. Unfortunately, that happened. Let's actually save this under the name Humans and Gods. And save. And then let's load it up. and hopefully get... There we go. Metallic Mimic off the screen. Never want to see your face again. No, just kidding. Okay, in this deck, this is a humans deck with a little splash of godly power. We have whole ton of creatures. 24 creatures. Technically, 27 creatures because we have Metallic Mimics too. 27 creatures. Metallic Mimics to pump our humans. We will be naming humans when we play Metallic Mimic. We have Talia's Lieutenants to pump others and pump itself. Skyship Plunderer. I've been considering just taking this out and doing something else with it because it does only give a permanent to one thing. Whenever it deals counter damage to a player for each kind of counter on target permanent or player, give that permanent or player another kind of counter. Counter of that kind. It does pump up counters one at a time. It doesn't pump up everything, unfortunately. It probably is still just good enough to run, so I'm going to keep it in. I was thinking of putting in the other Jeskai dude, though, but that would lower the 2 costs and increase the 3 costs, and I think the curve would be worse for it. So, keeping in Skyship Plunderer, because it does still increase counters, still nice. We have Reflector Mage to bounce back creatures, Norin the Wary to combo with Ifara and Perforos, draw some cards, deal some damage. Magus of the Moon as a Blood Moon effect. Kytheon turns into Gideon. If you see... Now it's not showing... There we go. So there's Kytheon there. On the left, on the right, we have Gideon. What it turns into. Just a good card. Gives us some Planeswalker power later. Grimlavamancer for some damage removal and or just direct damage using the cards that have been killed off into our graveyard. Champion of the Parish, amazing 1-drop, enough said. Lightning Bolts for some removal / extra damage to face. Is It Charm, does a little bit of everything. 2 damage for some removal. Targets or can counter a spell or can loot if we need it. Arid Mesa. Cavern of Souls, Flooded Strand, basic fetches, Cavern, make things uncounterable. Hallowed Fountain, another shock, some basics, more shocks, Tectonic Edge for some Tron land removal and other such annoying lands. Gravedigger's Cage for graveyard decks, maybe also some things they would cast from the library, mainly for graveyard decks. Meddling Mage to deal with some cards we don't want cast. Another Magus of the Moon for Blood Moon effect against Tron or other things we need it against. Auric Champion if we're going up against things that we need to gain life against. Burn. Other such stuff. Rule of Law for Storm. Ruined Halo can be against creatures that we don't want to deal with. Planeswalkers that we don't want to deal with that would target our face with damage or something like that. Stony Silence, Affinity, Echoing Truth, just hits tokens. It's could be some just bounce for a single big thing that's annoying us. Invasive Surgery, counters a sorcery spell. I don't exactly know what this is against, but it can deal with some very annoying stuff. Taking Turns deck, I guess, something like that. And then it gets upgraded if it has the Delirium trigger. Then you get to kill all of that spell in their graveyard, hand, and library, as well as countering the spell. So you counter the spell, then you kill it and all the other spells of that name. Is It Charm. Just an extra Is It Charm if we need an extra counter or removal. Surgical Extraction. Kind of similar to Evasive Surgery. If something's already in a graveyard, you can just kill that card and all the other cards in the deck. Wear and Tear for, artifact removal. Or artifact enchantment removal. And I think we are good to go on that. It's a pretty straightforward deck. We'll see how it functions. I didn't actually watch the gameplay video for this one. but I'm hoping that it'll work pretty well because it's aggro-y, it's humans, it's gods. It's been nicknamed American Gods and In Gods We Trust by people in the comments. Let's try it out. Let's do some modern. So, let's filter by modern. There's a few people playing modern. Just modern and modern. For the deck type, 2-player duel. Same as always, best of 3. Casual. Let's switch the deck to our humans and gods deck against a human. I think everything else is fine. Let's hope that we're not going to be super laggy this time around. Let's also promote this. Anyone for modern? And someone's also wanting some EDH going on over there. I think trying to function with EDH under this lag would be terrible. Seems to be working for the moment. Let's hope that it keeps working. It seems to not be lagging too much. I mean, my mouse is actually going at the proper speed now. We've been doing the stream for nearly 2 hours. I know my mouse is doing the laggy thing. What the heck is that? I don't know why it's blinking, but there's something blinking. Okay then. We are just waiting for someone to join up. It wasn't too long before people joined up before, maybe a couple minutes. So hopefully someone will join up fairly quickly again. And we are going to have some fun with humans, hopefully, here. My dog is just laying here, hanging out with us. Playing some modern. You want to play some modern with us? And there we go. Someone has joined. We can start. The game can start, says the mage. And we have liftoff. Okay. Let's see. I think we can keep this. We have a turn 1 in Norn, though, Airy. We have turn 2 and turn 3 with Tully's Intent and Reflector Mage. We have lands of all types. Let's keep. And we can play Cavern turn 1, make sure things can't be countered. And then Floodstrand, Sacred Foundry later on. We can search for something with Tully's Lieutenant. Or, sorry, Floodstrand. I was looking at Tully's Lieutenant. If we need our third color, which it looks like we'll need blue. We have red and white, but we don't have blue right now. Except for in Cavern of Souls. Okay, that's still the opponent's turn, so let's go to our turn. We draw, and what did we draw? We drew Ephara. Okay, that's going to be helpful later on. We're going to need blue-white for sure. Let's do this, naming human. And choose. And we can play our Norn. For our human. And we are good to go. Yeah, my dog doesn't like fireworks, so he's kind of moving away from that place. Norn is actually kind of useless right now. We would have preferred to have a champion of the parish. Sleight of hand, Norn gets exiled until end of turn. Norn's just gonna hang out up there for a while. And this seems to be going pretty fast. So we're doing well here. Norn comes back to the battlefield. And we drew a lightning bolt. Let's go to our main phase. Play. We could play Cavern Naming God. I think that's a good idea, actually. Then we can't cast for colored mana with, like, Cavern for other things, but... Let's wait to play Cavern. Instead play the Flooded Strand. And use Flooded Strand. I think to just fetch out an island. Nah, I think we need the 2 colors. Let's just go blue-white. Let's grab, Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. Talia's Lieutenant. And Norn goes away. I was about to say, we could have attacked with Norn first, but if Norn attacks, he removes himself from the game. Norn really is only for, like, a far end Perforos. But we're doing well. We're doing well. This is working quite well. We're waiting on our Highlander bro, it looks like. And we have a Tully's Lieutenant down. We can simply pass the turn if it wants to work. And in turn, bring back Norn. And Talia's Lieutenant triggers. I did not actually see the synergy between Norn and Talia's Lieutenant, but it does have synergy. That means our Talia's Lieutenant, if our opponent casts a spell, is going to be a 3/3 by next turn, and they're probably just going to kill the Lieutenant. Norn goes away. This is still on my instep. The opponent played it after Norn came back. I think because Norn comes back when I have priority? I guess not. I guess it'll come back end of this end phase, I guess. I see Talia's Lieutenant not surviving through this. Goblin Electromancer. It's Storm, it looks like. And Grape Shot to get rid of the Lieutenant. Cool, cool. Hit the Lieutenant. Cool. Norn the Wary comes down, I guess. And unfortunately doesn't do as much. Lieutenant did not survive. This is perfect, though, because we can now play Reflector Mage. We can play Sacred Foundry, untapped. We can tap this for blue. Tap this for white. Oh. Boom. 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 Play Reflector Mage. Hit Goblin Electromancer. With Reflector Mage. And in the turn, Norn comes back. And things are going very well, it looks like. Haven't done much damage to the opponent. Actually, I think none damage to the opponent. The opponent's done them all damage to themselves with the Flooded Strand. And their shock. But we're set up to do some good things, especially with Afara coming in next turn. Looks like the opponent did nothing. We can play a Cavern naming God. And play our Afara. Tap this for white. This for colorless. This for blue, this for red. Cast Afara, uncounterable. We get Afara. From devotion to blue and white, as 7. We currently have 4. We are going to attack. We're going to draw a card at the next upkeep off of Afara. We're going to deal 2 damage to our opponent. At the end of the turn, Noran's going to come back, and then the next upkeep, Afara is going to trigger. And we are going to draw an Is It Charm. Okay. I think next turn we're playing Champion. Although we need to kill that Electromancer. And the Electromancer can possibly go off this turn. Which is not good at all. Fortunately, Is It Charm is only for non-creature spells, and we didn't know we were going to draw it anyway. Really? Passing turn. Maybe keeping up a counter? I don't know what kind of counter Storm plays. But we're going to try our hardest to take out this Goblin Electromancer. Unfortunately, though, we don't have enough red mana to do it. Select a creature. For red, tap for blue, Norin. Manamorphose in response. Lightning Bolt in response. I cannot pay red. Just trying to get value off of the Electromancer. Draw. Go to main phase. Okay. Play a Champion of the Parish. Let's try to tap that one. For white. Pay white. pay... What should I play? Play Tectonic Edge, I guess. And... I guess we're going to have to pass the turn, unfortunately. Norn comes back at the next upkeep. We're getting a Skyship Plunderer draw, which is quite nice. Norn actually is still good in this deck. It pumps our champions and Tully's lieutenants. And we are getting nothing from our opponent, which means probably holding up removal. That's fine. We don't have any way to deal with the removal, but I mean, that's fine. We got another land draw. Play the Arid Mesa. Use the Arid Mesa. Fetch out a mountain. I clicked mountain. There we go. And let's play an uncounterable Magus of the Moon. No, scratch that. We should have actually fetched out an island. Because everything's going to be mountains now. Let's play our Skyship Plunder first. With Boom. Boom. And we got that. And then crap, I went to combat. I did not mean to do that. I'm kind of being bad here. We have lightning bolts just like, oh, okay. Second main, I guess I'm playing my Magus of the Moon. One man of any color. One colorless. One for that. Magus of the Moon. Everything is mountains. Two, three, four. Afar is not even really close to a creature. Echoing Truth. What are you echoing truthing? The champion. So not expecting that. I have a lot of main deck removal, dude, for Storm. It's possible the dude could still go off in Storm. There's the Electromancer. This could be the end. Can totally just like do everything in response, of course. Possible that that lightning bolt will never resolve. It did. Oh, this is an interesting game. Go to intern, get a card draw from Ifara. Steam vents and another champion. Fortunately, we can only play one champion. Let's play the island. Let's play the champion. We cannot pay for the champion. Let's play Magus of the Moon. Like so. Norn goes away. Let's attack in for 4. Each kind of counter partner player, give the partner player another counter of that type. Magus of the Moon. Sure. So many fireworks. That's 4:50. It's not even dark yet, people. Heathens. Okay, we have trigger on Ifara. If it's ever going to resolve. I think we might just win the game. We can do 6 damage next turn. And after that, you're dead. The next turn after that. If the dude doesn't have like an Electromancer or a Brawl. We've killed like what, 2 Electromancers now? 2 Electromancers gone. Maybe just hasn't drawn into a 3rd one. Upkeep, we draw a Grim Lavamancer, and that's game. Because we definitely can use the Grim Lavamancer. To deal damage, not right away, but pretty soon after that. The dog's back. What's up, dog? Metamorphose, trying to draw into something. Sort of screwed ourselves over with champion. And Magus of the Moon. It's okay. We're still working. Oh, hey Josh. When did you get here? Welcome to a magic stream. I didn't see your message unless you just sent it, which is great. playing some humans in modern, and looks like we're winning. Grape shots everywhere. Ugh. Nothing to do about that. Our dude just dies. And that's that. One Magus down. Looks like we are getting close to winning. I mean, wait, what? I'm actually confused how Skyship Plunderer died. Probably a second grape shot? Or, oh, split grape shot? Something like that. It's fine. Still drawing cards. Oh my goodness, that lightning bolt might just, like, win us the game, actually. Okay, let's play Metallic Mimic. Norn goes away again. Like always. He will come back, though. Let's do it on human. And play our Grim Lavamancer with a counter. And I think that probably wins us the game, because I don't think this dude's playing board wipes. Play this tapped. Although it becomes a mountain anyway. So I guess we could have it come in untapped and wouldn't have had to pay the 2 life. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I thought you could just play it as a mountain. But, oh, Nathan's here too. Josh, were you like, hey Nathan, come check out the stream. Attacking with Magus of the Moon. And doing 2 damage. And that is that. Next turn we can definitely win, especially with Grim Lavamancer, but we could win just with a couple creatures and a lightning bolt. Hopefully that works. What? Still says 1 is watching the stream. I don't think that's been updated, because if there's 2 of you here, that's not accurate. Maybe I'm the one watching the stream. Does that count? I don't know. Anywho, we're going to draw. I drew a Flooded Strand from Afara. Pyretic Ritual. This could actually be it. Could just die here if the storm goes off. Even without a dude out. Whoa. Okay. I thought it might have crashed. Whoa, it's being laggy. Okay. Pyretic Ritual into Desperate Ritual. Four red mana. Another Desperate Ritual. That's 6 mana? 5 mana? Grape Shotting who? Did you remand your own Grape Shot? Cool. That creates another Grape Shot or 2. Okay, 3 Grape Shots on the stack. Four Grape Shots on the stack. Targeting Grim Lavamancer twice. A.K.A. Kills Grim Lavamancer. Hits Metallic Mimic. Plays an island. Casts another Grape Shot. Isn't that like... Oh, you returned it to your hand. Are you just hitting me? You know you don't kill me with that, right? We really should have hit the Magus of the Moon. Okay, has one card in hand. Norn comes back. Draws me a Plains. And a Magus of the Moon is here. Okay, play the Plains. Play Champion of the Parish. Norin triggers. There goes Champion. Play a Magus of the Moon. Champion triggers. Attack with Magus of the Moon. Down to 4. Unfortunately not dead. Just so I know it can't be countered. Lightning bolt your face. Down to 1. Afara. Drawing me cards. Not doing much else. Champion trigger up to a 3/3. What you got, opponent? Can you take me out? Can you take me out? This is still the first game. I think we're going to have to call it a good match on the first match of this one, because this one's gone on forever. Norin the Wary. Triggering from Gifts Ungiven. Why would I not just give you the spells? Do you have a land in your hand? If so, you get a Serum Visions. I'll give you a Gifts Ungiven. Oh, no. Blue Delta and Sulphur Falls in the graveyard. Hold on. It said choose what to put into the graveyard. It did. Silver Falls and Blue Delta into the graveyard. Has a land. Is that game? Do I win? Play a Flooded Strand. Play a Champion. Norin goes away. Play Skyship Plunder. Two champion triggers. Play Norin. Two champion triggers. Attack. With really big dudes. Kill you? Yes. Okay, I won the game on turn 20. That was so long. Okay. Let's see. We definitely want to bring in Meddling Mage. For sure. Oh, this lag is wonderful. I mean, invasive surgery, meh. Surgical extraction, yes. Magus of the Moon didn't seem to be doing much to the opponent. It was worse for us. So I'm actually going to take all of them out. Because they're playing majorly red. Echoing Truth, I don't think that helpful here. Is it Charm? Yes, helpful. Cyclonic Rift, not as helpful. We are currently at 60 now, again. Grafdigger's Cage, I don't think that helpful. Rule of Law, yes. Ruined Halo, yes. And yes, I want everything in here. What else can we take out that we don't need? We want all the removal. Reflector Mage really good. Norin was good, but I don't know if I want that many of them. Really? And Kytheon, like, meh. So how about we take out a Kytheon and a Norin? Run it that way? So I don't know how well Skyship Plunder is performing, but we'll keep it in. Yeah, let's do that. That way. And this will be the last game. It's about time for me to be done for the day. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. That's about right. Mulligans. Do we want to mulligan this? So we have champion into Skyship Plunder, into Reflector Mage, into Perforos. If we draw lands. Sure, let's keep. Waiting for Highlander. I assume that's what that word is supposed to say. Steam Vents. I don't know why we're doing that and waiting. Drawing. Cavern of Souls. I mean, human. That's just my dog. Sorry. And we are playing a Champion of the Parish. Uncounterable. And we are going to the opponent's turn and just going to let him go at it. What you got? Brawl, turn 2. Dick. Okay. At least we have removal that won't hit Brawl. That's annoying. We can attack into Brawl, but I highly doubt Brawl is going to block. What we can play in Arid Mesa. We can Reflector it next turn, but Storm can win turn 3. Ooh, this lag. Okay. This has been a super laggy stream. I'm sorry. Yes. We want to search for something. We need white-blue. That calls for Hallowed Fountain. We'll also need red, though. Hope we draw land. That's colored. Red. For Perforos. / is it Charm? We could draw Steam Vents, too. I think it might be safer with Steam Vents. Because what we need... yeah, let's bring out Steam Vents. Untapped. Play... Skyship Plunderer. Boom. Boom. Check up Champion. The counter. Attack with Champion. Probably just going to block with Brawl. Yep, blocking with Brawl. Next turn, if we're still alive, Reflector Mage Brawl. Hopefully does not have turn 3 Storm off. I actually come up against Storm way too often. Should be playing more than one rule of law. Brawl attacking. How about no blocks? Is that all you got? What? Okay. Tectonic Edge. Uncounterable Reflector Mage. For white. Blue. Colors. Blue Delta in response. Gifts Ungiven in response. Making sure to make work of actually using Brawl for something. And setting up for a Storm play next turn in a couple turns. Select cards to put in graveyard. Past in Flames for Critical Manamorphose Desperate Ritual. Past in Flames is real nasty. That's how you win the game. With the rituals, can only really make use of them with Brawl, and you can still make use of them. Feel like maybe putting the rituals in. I think Manamorphose is actually more dangerous. So I'll put Manamorphose in and Past in Flames in. And give you the rituals. I don't know, that may be a mistake. We'll see. Hitting Baral with that. What deck am I playing? I am playing Jeskai Humans, red, white, and blue humans. For July 4th, red, white, and blue. 2 decks. This is the second deck I played today. The first deck was red, white, and blue flying, essentially. Uses flying creatures to fly over the opponent's head. Basically, two red, white, and blue decks. The first one was in standard. This one is modern. But it is sort of working. Humans here. I guess I'm just attacking. I mean, I can't play any other cards in my hand. Player opponent. Tick up champion. Give it another counter. Waiting for Highlander. Eventually Highlander will trigger resolve. There we go. And I think we're good. Fortunately, the Tectonic Edge is actually being our downfall here. Tectonic Edge ain't too good against this deck. We need more sources of colors other than blue and red for the Is It Charms and the Gods. Pyromancer Ascension. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with the same name as a card in the graveyard, you may put a quest counter on it. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery while Pyromancer Ascension has 2 or more quest counters on it, you copy that spell and choose new targets for the copy. That is super nasty. That means next turn it just wins. Because just, well, if you cast Manamorphose, Passion Flames, or Gifts Ungiven, or even just 2 of the same spell, you're getting 3 for 2 in that case. And 5 cards in hand, it's likely that just storm off and win next turn. Okay, Surgical Extraction is good. I just have to surgical the right card. I just have to surgical the right card. I can wait until he plays a card and see what I need to surgical. I can do it in response to Pyromancer Ascension. Because if the dude, like, if I can kill it, yeah, I can do it in response so that you won't at least get the copy of it. Because the part I'm worried about is the copy. If Gutshot goes in the grave, I probably just win. If Gutshot lands in the graveyard at all. Because I can surgical extract it out. As long as my surgical extraction doesn't get countered. So surgical extraction is good. I can't play Is It Charms because I don't have the mana to cast them. I needed another blue or a red source. I guess go in and attack. Skyship Plunder up the champion. I think I win this because he has to remove my board or just win next turn. And I have Surgical Extraction to play at instant speed on something in the graveyard to kill all his copies of it. So, Baral. Sure. I guess. Nothing I can do about it. Pyretic Ritual. We'll let it resolve. Desperate Ritual. Might be able to go off without playing copies of cards. I might lose. This looks like the Storm off. Well, I'm going to let it resolve. Past in Flames. This is where I Surgical Extraction. Although Past in Flames is not really an issue because it's just this turn that gains flashback. That's it. Hold on, is he? Oh, he's flashing back Past in Flames from the graveyard. I can't do anything about that then. But I can hit one of the rituals. For some reason, I'm feeling the Pyretic. I'm feeling that I need to hit Pyretic. Noxious Revival in response. On Pyretic. Okay, this is death. I did not expect Noxious Revival. This deck doesn't play Noxious Revival as far as I know, so... It's because it fizzles, so... I was worried about Pyromancer Ascension. Yeah, I made a mistake. I didn't know Noxious Revival was there, though, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I ever targeted anything. Noxious Revival just wins from the game. Then he plays Pyretic. Can flashback anything he wants in his graveyard now. Gifts Ungiven. I can't counter anything, and you can just pay 2 anyway. I mean, so much mana. Yeah, I really don't like Storm. Do I want to play some Magic later today? No, I'm going to a barbecue thing. And I'm going to be done with Magic for the day after this, dude. And, yeah, so much Magic. Select cards to put in a graveyard. I will put in... Past in Flames can literally just be flashback. Next turn. This is disgusting. And this is getting him symmetry with... Or not symmetry. It's making Pyromancer's Ascension really good right now. Because whatever I put in the graveyard, he's going to be able to use. He's going to be able to use the Grape Shot and make copies of the Grape Shot, and it's going to be terrible, and I don't have another Surgical Extraction. I think that was my only one. See, the rituals... I think the Past in Flames can go, because you do have to still use mana to flash it back, and it's... It's just you can't play it twice that way, I guess. You only play it once from the graveyard. I don't know. And then I have Grape Shot can just be flashed back and win the game outright. But if it's in his hand, he also wins the game. Yeah. The dude's got it. I can't concede yet. Pyretic Ritual. Now I can concede. There's nothing I can do. Just stormed off. I guess... I wish I had another Surgical Extraction. Has tech against Surgical Extraction. I need to kind of just draw the Rule of Law. Maybe I take out Afara? I don't know. This isn't a bad matchup. Storm is always a bad matchup. That's why it's so annoying. It's my least favorite deck. Apart from Abzan Company. Those two decks I just hate so much. Because it's just... You have to get the exact right counter. And I don't have the exact right counter in this deck necessarily beyond like one Surgical Extraction and one Rule of Law. That's about it. I just have to draw it. Maybe I just need to mull until I get it, my one of, which is like stupid, but I might have to. And is it Charmer's useless against Brawl? I don't think I have anything better. I think that's it. Unless I play Auriok to try and gain life out of range, I think he can literally storm off as long as he wants, though. Pretty much. Once you get the storm off, you win. Let me just lose this. Can try Invasive Surgery. Yes. Invasive Surgery, counter the Grape Shot. Is Grape Shot a sorcery? Hang on. I have to look this up. Grape Shot is a sorcery. Yeah. Let's use Invasive Surgery. Try and see how that works. Ruined Halo also will work. So basically just always leave blue mana up. Like from turn 2. 61 cards in deck now though. Maybe go down the Is It charm. We go down a God, I guess. Let's pull out Ifara. Ifara doesn't have as much synergy as some other cards anyway, maybe? I don't know. See what happens. I would like to start. Thank you very much. Not with this hand, though. Let's mulligan until I get something. Surgical. Mulligan again. Just have something to play. Okay, let's keep it. We have lands. We can't go down to 4. Invasive Surgery. Keep on top. Thank you very much. Let's play Flooded Strand. Pass. Pass to instep. Dude, why are you playing Flooded Strand? You ain't playing white. I'm gonna search mine first. I don't know. Well, we have red, white. We could just go white, blue, if we wanted to. What a hallowed fountain. Sure, that's fine. And then we have Sacred Foundry. Is there only like one of each Shockland in here? Sacred Foundry, Steam Vents. Why are we playing Tectonic Edge over Ghost Quarter? I don't know. So they can't get out of basic? Sacred Foundry, Steam Vents, Hallowed Fountain. There's only one of each. Okay. Serum Visions, end of turn. Or second main, I guess. Crap. I just realized I shuffled my one card that would protect me away. Because I'm dumb. Well, I guess we're playing Steam Vents, and Talia's Lieutenant. Not Liliana's Lieutenant. That probably lost me the game, the fact that I shuffled that card away from on top. Yeah. Oops. This is a bad matchup anyway. I mean, I swear I just played Talia's Lieutenant. No. Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm just making all my mistakes because I'm tired. These have been really long games. I guess just go to next turn. I have a feeling this is just going to be over. Dude's taking a really long time to scry these cards. Why do you have so many cards in your graveyard, dude? 2 Serum Visions. I'm getting only lands. I got flooded. I think that means it's over. No Baral turn 2 though. Flooded Strand. There's Baral. It's almost like time to just scoop it. Dude has 5 cards in hand, which is like the magic number apparently, to just win the game. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Play a Flooded Strand. Play a Grim Lavamancer. Take up Dolly's Lieutenant. Attack. A Braid. I won't scoop it yet, but I think it's almost time because if he starts going off, it's done. Wow, big explosions. Dog didn't even move. Okay. Okay, draw. That was on my turn? Of course it was. You get confused when people play cards on my turn. It's like, dude, if you're playing cards, it's your turn, right? Sure. Hit me for 1. Does that mean you have nothing? You have a grape shot. That means you don't have it. Ooh. Maybe we can do this. We don't have the storm off. Kytheon. Not too helpful. Can give Kytheon indestructible, though. Play a Tectonic Edge. I skipped the blocker step. Dang it. Because after blockers, priority passes, I guess. I don't know. All I know is I messed it up. Another Tectonic Edge. Now we're even. I don't know, I'm dealing damage. If you play a land, I can kill it. Do you not have the cards in hand to win? Metamorphose. This is so harsh. How do I have so many cards in my graveyard? Okay. Over to my turn. Got a champion. Play a champion. Play a plains. Apparently draw only lands. Attack in for 2. Ever so slowly beat you down. If I can get one more creature down and attack with it, I transform him. Which is nice. Are you trying to hit me down to a specific life total or something? Are you like only drawing things that aren't working somehow? Repeal. What are you repealing? Your own brawl? Just so you can cast it next turn? What else did repeal do? You get to draw a card. I thought this game was over a long time ago. I can try and hope that I can win this. Next turn I get Gideon. If it doesn't destroy my dudes. Serum Visions. Brawl. Ah. If I attack with Kytheon, Kytheon dies. Because he doesn't make it to end of combat. Do you have the win next turn? Is that why you didn't block? Also, why wouldn't you block for free on the Reflector Mage? Heroic Ritual. Is this it? Are you storming off? Heroic Ritual. Desperate Ritual. Spliced into it. And then Desperate Ritual. I'm not gonna allow you to do that, dude. If you messed up, you messed up. Cool. I mean, it's... I think that if I messed up on a phase, I wouldn't say... Then throw up the concede. Come on. There, go ahead. I've messed on phases so much in this that I don't expect to be able to go back and try again, so I'm not going to give that to others either. I think that makes sense. It's up to you, dude. What you gonna do? Just waiting on you. Dude has 8 more cards drawn out of his deck than me. That's fine. So many cards in the graveyard. Dude still hasn't done anything? Well, that's what we're waiting on. Maybe there's not a timeout on this. I think the dude just might have left. But didn't, like, say so. Just waiting on it. Okay, well. While we're waiting, I think that's like it. 3 hours, 18 minutes. Stuff in the chat for this. Froze the record. I guess we're calling that a win. Because the dude's like, go ahead and win. So, I'm going to say 1-0 on that one. And I'm actually just going to, like, wait for this guy to do something, I guess. I don't know. We can just exit. We can just do. He said go ahead and have it. So, I assume that's it, and hasn't done anything for like 5 minutes. Let's disconnect. So I think we're good. I think we're good. So that was pretty fun. That was a lot longer of games than I was expecting since I'm playing aggro decks. This deck is a little weird to me, really. The sideboard is a little... I feel like it's too many one-ofs. Like, it's just one of... Rest in Peace, Rule of Law, Ruined Halos, Stony Silence. Like, all of these here that are just one-ofs, I don't like that they're only one-ofs. Maybe be more targeted. This is really spread out in what you might face. I think having Grafdigger's Cage is enough without Surgical Extraction, maybe. I mean, Surgical Extraction could have been useful in that matchup that we were just in. But, I mean, it didn't help that much because we only drew it one game, and the other game, I don't know why I moved Talia's Lieutenant. We're just going to say that was interesting. Cyclonic Rift in the main deck, I didn't actually ever use that. I don't know exactly why that's there. Maybe just to clear the field using the 6 cost... Talic Mimic, what are you doing there again? Talic Mimic likes to just hang there. Hold on. Okay. Cyclonic Rift, using the 7 cost Overload, can clear the field on your opponent's side and then just swing in, I guess, for game. We only got to play against Storm today, so I don't really know how it would function. But I think overall successful decks, both of them. I mean, the record stands to be 1-1 and 1-0. Those games were just really long. Also, this thing is laggy. Hopefully, I might figure out a way, or the servers might get better somehow. There's 2 servers, and one of them I can't even figure out how to play on. This one is laggy, so hopefully they'll be fixed. Cockatrice, much less laggy, because it's not automated, I assume? I don't know. But, server stuff aside, I think the decks performed okay, at least. I mean, if our opponent had made that mistake at the end, we would have lost the Storm. That was a hard matchup. I think we would have lost that one if he hadn't made that mistake. That's it. And in paper... Probably that mistake wouldn't have been made because the phases are much less determined than online. Online phases are very, like, strict because it actually goes phase by phase in the program. But we're playing online, so made a mistake in the phases. Gotta stick to it, I say. That will be all for this stream. Maybe I'll do another one of these soon. I don't know. I like streaming Magic. It's fun. It's not it's a little time consuming, but it's not too difficult necessarily to stream Magic. Just kind of play some Magic, see some cool decks. And thank you to Seth, better known as Saffron Olive from MTG Goldfish, and Strictly Better MTG for the decks, ideas, and deck lists. And happy 4th of July, everyone. I'll see you all the next time.